You are listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Monday the 1st of December 2025. It is 70 days after the fall equinox. It is 20 days before the winter solstice. By the French Republican calendar, it is the 11th day of Frimaire, the day of cire, of wax. The sun rises today at 7:01 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 11:45 a.m. The sun sets today at 4:29 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 4:59 p.m. and nautical twilight ends at 5:33 p.m. The length of daytime today is 1 minute, 17 seconds shorter than yesterday. The moon is in its waxing gibbous phase and is 85% full at midday. The full moon will arrive on Thursday, the 4th of December. These are the predicted tides today for Horns Hook. In the middle of the night, low tide, 12:01 a.m., 0 centimeters. In the morning, high tide, 6:29 a.m., 1 meter 62. In the afternoon, low tide, 12:44 p.m., 0 centimeters. In the evening, high tide, 6:58 p.m., 1 meter 37. This is the Monday Reservoir Report for New York City. The Delaware watershed, Cannonsville, 53% full. Papacton, 65%. Neversink, 70%. Rondout, 95%. The Catskill watershed, Schoharie, 40%. Ashokan, 72%. The Croton system, 95% full. In our shared realm of plants and animals, on Broadway between 30th and 29th Streets, right in front of the New York Bagel and Coffee House, there is an exquisite small tree. It's a green-leaf Japanese flowering cherry, or Prunus cerulata. Diminutive in stature, it's just lost its golden autumn leaves, and what's left on the bare branches are masses of the brightest tiny red fruits, a delightful splash of color on the gray street. Greenleaf cherries are widely planted in the neighborhood as street trees. 37th Street, south of 28th Avenue, has a long row of them. Not only do they bring color when the leaves have gone, but they should provide forage for birds well into the winter. Commemorations. On this day in 1878, President Rutherford B. Hayes had the first telephone installed in the White House. On this day in 1952, the Daily News presented a front-page story on Christine Jorgensen, an American trans woman who had undergone sex reassignment surgery in Denmark. She was the first trans person to become widely known in the United States. On this day in 1953, Hugh Hefner published the first edition of Playboy magazine. Marilyn Monroe appeared on the cover, and as the magazine's first centerfold. Joe DiMaggio, her boyfriend at the time, was not pleased, but he proposed to her a month later. Civil rights milestones. On this day in 1955, Rosa Parks refused to give up her bus seat to a white man. She was arrested for violating racial segregation laws. The incident sparked the Montgomery bus boycott, one of the most significant nonviolent protests in the history of the civil rights movement. On this day in 2019, the outbreak of the coronavirus epidemic began in Wuhan, China. Today we remember Lou Rawls, born this day in 1933. The baritone R&B singer released 61 albums and sold more than 40 million records. We remember him for such classic songs as Your Good Thing Is About to End, I Wish You Belonged to Me, Love Is a Hurtin' Thing, and A Natural Man. Today we wish a happy birthday to Bette Midler, born this day in 1945. The singer-songwriter and actress has released 14 studio albums and made her mark on Broadway and in film. But we'd like to honor her important charitable work. She founded the New York Restoration Project in 1995. It has revitalized neighborhood parks in neglected neighborhoods. It also helped save community gardens around the city when the municipal government started to sell them off. And it worked with the Million Tree Project, planting trees all over the city. So happy birthday, Bette Midler, and thank you for making sure neighborhoods around the city are verdant, thriving environments. Finally, today is World AIDS Day, and also a day without art. The Day Without Art asks us to pause to consider the ongoing tragedy of the AIDS epidemic. And that is the Observatory, Monday the 1st of December, 2025.